Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm gonna explain a concept that would potentially save you a lot of time, a lot of trouble, and would help you reach your goal, would help you reach your desired outcome faster. And this thing I learned in the One Funnel Away challenge, which is something that I did a video about yesterday, and I did the unboxing of the One Funnel Away challenge box that I received in the mail a couple of days ago. And this concept is the who, not the how. So when you're starting out with anything online, or maybe not online, but with you're building a business that is offline, maybe a restaurant or something like this. But I'm gonna give you an example in the online world. So when you're starting out, you want to think about the who and not the how. So people just come in and they're trying to build this business, and the first thing that they need is probably a website or a logo. And instead of thinking who should I find to build this logo, they think like, how should I do this myself? How do I build this logo? And what ends up happening is they buy the software, and then they're trying to build this logo, and then they're trying to learn all this skill and master this logo, and in the end they spent like so much hours to just build this logo instead of spending this time on something that would actually grow their business, right? And what you need to understand is that how is distracting you from reaching that desired outcome, from getting that vision completed faster. And when you're starting as an entrepreneur, you need to understand that entrepreneurs are driven by momentum. And this momentum is usually created by small wins. Every single day you're just achieving something else, you're getting closer and closer to that goal. And when you're thinking about how do I build this, you will find yourself that you are just not focused and you're not progressing. And this will actually lead you to this zone, which is called procrastination. And this thing I learned from Russell Brunson in the One Funnel Away challenge, but I actually experienced it myself. When I try to do everything myself, I just become super unfocused, and I'm not working towards reaching that goal that I have, but I am just procrastinating every single day. Here's where the thought process needs to be changed. So instead of thinking, how can I do this? You need to change, who can do this for me? And this will save a lot of time. I'm a big fan of the book 4 Hour Workweek by Tim Ferris. I started reading this at the end of December and ended up finishing it this year at the beginning of January. And it's a great book. I recommend it to anyone who is doing anything entrepreneurial. Tim Ferris is just an amazing guy who has built this business where he's supposed to work only 4 hours per week. And that's how he generates a lot of income, and he just has time to work. Like, he is buying his time back because he invested time in the beginning and created these systems and has this team that does work for him, and that's how he is buying his time back. And then in the book you can learn how he does this outsourcing. And he did this in the beginning by explaining how he started this e-commerce business, which he was selling, I don't remember exactly, maybe supplements. But the process of how he was doing this outsourcing, he did it all himself in the beginning with customer support. So every single customer support ticket that would come in, he would just answer it himself, and he would see these patterns of questions that people ask over and over again. And he made this FAQs list, and when he would hire somebody else to do this for him, he would use that FAQ list, and they would know every single question and how to ask it, how to answer it, and the specific action that needs to be taken in order to solve that ticket from the customer. And that's what you should be doing as well. You should be the orchestrator. You should be the one that has a team, and you have a team of artists, a team of musicians that you control, and you know the entire process from getting new leads, getting new customers, to the process, to improving conversions, to improving the lifetime value. So you know the entire process of getting value to your customers, to keep your customers happy, and then to keep the profit and have your company grow. And everybody who is a member of your team have their salary paid. And one other concept that I learned from Russell Brunson is the opportunity cost. And I knew this, I started implementing this in October 2018, and I learned about this a little bit later, but I was already implementing this. So I found myself doing a lot of work every single day, and doing the entire process was done by a single person, by me, from getting clients, from fulfilling their project, because I was working with a service-based business. And then I would have this process where I would do everything myself, from customer relationship, getting new leads, and fulfilling that project, and working with multiple projects at the same time, and then email automations, and then all these websites. And I found myself like overwhelmed with everything that I was doing, and that's where I figured that something in this process needs to be changed. And that's where I started outsourcing some of the work that I was doing. I was really good at it, and I knew how I would train other people. So I started hiring other people, and I would give them test projects to see if they would do well. And I hired about 5 people, and one of them did really great. And that person is still working with me up to this day, and they're doing a part of that work. So I am saving my time. I am saving on the opportunity cost. So opportunity cost is something that you need to give up on in order to achieve something else. And the way you should be thinking about this is like, think about how much your time is worth. For example, maybe your time is worth $20 per hour, or $30 per hour, or $50 per hour. And when you're starting out and you want to build this logo yourself, or you want to build this website yourself, I think, how many hours do you spend in order to have that logo built? Probably you would spend like 3 hours, maybe 5 hours to get that software, get that skill, and build that logo. And in the end, 5 hours, and you spent like what? 30 hours per hour, 5 hours, $150. Like, do you think you would find somebody who would do this logo for less than $150? And you would save your time, you'd work on something that is more revenue generating, and you would have a better results, because that person that you can hire online, you can easily do this. I made a video on how to hire people online. It should be somewhere here, like I will put an annotation. And you will find that person will build that logo, and will look great, because logo is a part of your brand identity, and you want it to be as perfect as possible, because you have your vision in your mind, and it's perfect as well. And if you're gonna do every single part yourself, it's not gonna look professional in the end. So by saving on this opportunity cost, you'll find another person who'll do it, and they will do better. And that's the shift in mindset you need to have in order to progress, because you're probably not gonna make that desired number that you have in your mind without a team. So you should be already working on a team. First, learn the entire process, and then start hiring people. And definitely check out that video that I made. So the takeaway from this video is not to become the jack of all trades. I really like this expression, jack of all trades. I learned this last year, and since English is not my first language, it's my third language. And I was really curious about what this means. And it's basically, you don't want to start jumping in on all these skills and trying to master them yourself, but you want to master one. Don't become the jack of all trades, but master one skill. You want to become the expert on one thing. And if you're starting out, you want to become the expert at being an entrepreneur. You want to be the one that controls the process, controls the entire business. You oversee what's going on, and you have a team who's making this business possible. One more thing to know, if you're watching this video and you know me personally, and you know what opportunity cost is, and you know that time is valuable, please, unless you're my mom, don't send me to the grocery store to buy bread, because the opportunity cost for me is bigger than you could outsource that to somebody else to go and buy that bread. So don't send me to the grocery store. Thank you. I really hope you got value from this video. This single concept will just help you speed up the entire process of completing that vision that you have in your mind. You want to build that business and you know what value it's going to bring. But if you're going to use the who, not the how, this concept, it's going to make it possible faster. If you like this video, and I hope that you did, this is information that they're not going to teach you in college. In college, they're going to teach you how you can work for the next 40 years, 9 to 5. And this concept will really help you. It will literally give you that kickstart, and it's really valuable. And you should leave a like below and leave me a comment if you're already doing this or you plan on doing this. And if you want more concepts explained of what I'm doing and what you should be doing in order to grow your business online or offline, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next video.